I think I got bed bugs.
What is that?
I keep waking up and I got bites on me.
Oh.
So clearly there's some bugs in my bed. And they're biting me. And they're itchy. I woke up at 4 a.m. with a crazy itch on my back leg. Bed bugs. We gotta move out. All right, it is gate time. We're gonna be welding up some gates, welding them onto the poles. I wanna get done with 2 of them today, which might be a little bit of work. The best part is we got all the cutting done, all these pieces. So everything's cut, and that's kind of the worst part other than grinding. Grinding's not very fun. That's with the wire wheel, not the type of stuff you run into when you go to your 1st, 5th, and 6th grade school dance. What a weird time to be alive. So we're just gonna get that laid out, and then I gotta get some continuous. It's a real quick way to make a gate. Just throw a continuous in there instead of cutting each individual piece and laying in something else that you purchased. Continuous is there, so we're gonna use it. And of course we'll be using our welder generator, the Lincoln 225, to weld that up outside. I love looking at that thing. And I cleaned that one up the other day, make it look pretty. You could say I got a thing for Lincoln Electric. That's frustrating. Very important to put those on before you weld the continuous on, otherwise you completely screw yourself. Okay, we got her cleaned up down there. This is gonna be a pretty nice gate. It's gonna be a heavy sucker too. This one is 15 foot 8 inches and 3/4 of an inch. I don't know. I put the poles in and I'm making the gates to fit the poles versus making a gate like, 12 foot, 14 foot, whatever. The biggest one we're gonna make, and it's gonna be the biggest one I've made. It's gonna be 16 foot 7 inches and 1/4. That's gonna be a big sucker. That's a big gate. So we're gonna weld it down there. This is how I always do it. It usually turns out all right. We're gonna weld it down there. Then I come over here, cut all these with the Sawzall, and then weld those on. And then we're ready to go over there and pull the big beast out. Who's gonna make fun of my knee pads? Some of these rough cuts, you need a little bit of iron persuasion. Alrighty, so we just gotta pick her up, weld the backside of all those spots. Also added some flat iron in there. It was a way too long of a run without having something connected to that frame. Lift that up, weld up the backside, then we'll bring it over. Also got to bring over the Lincoln Ranger 225. So we got some chain latches, and they're going to be welded right here for the chain. And I'm not sure if I want it, or where I need it to be. I assume right here. But we're going to carry this out, see where I want it, and then bring it back, weld that on. If I can use the wire feed, I'm going to use it, because I'm pretty decent with that. A little bit better than stick. Okay, so it's going to rest on one of the horizontal pieces, so, it's not going to be, yep. Okay.
Not here or here. here.
Okay, yeah.
That's tall.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, there's a little scratchy mark. It's straight.
Okay.
But it's in the third gap.
Okay.
This is the first gap.
Okay.
Second gap.
Yep.
Fourth gap.
Fourth gap.
Here's the third gap.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Third gap.
Third gap.
Okay.
I see it. You said the second gap, right?
Third gap.
Ain't she pretty? Now if only I had the chain. Got everything else but the chain. I really like building my own gates. I think they're a little beefier. At least the frame is. That continuous isn't the strongest material. Can't pass up how easy it is. Also, I can make them the size that I want, you know, the length, so they fit where I want them to fit. And also, it's so much cheaper. Those yellow Sioux gates, like 2 or 3 years ago, they were like $300 a piece. I'm sure they're closer to $450 now. This is gonna cost me like $200 or less. So, yeah, I just rather do it this way. I got time. My time isn't worth much. We'll be able to get that one hung before lunch. Of course, it's lunchtime, and we ain't missing that. And then we'll make another one after lunch. Weld that one up there, and then we'll be half done with the gates. 2/3 done with the project, I would say. This thing all leveled up. And then we'll strike an arc. Yeah, I got a problem. Why do I make such tall gates? That sucker's just hard to climb. Look at this. I gotta start making shorter gates. Are you gonna help? So it's just about level. For it to be level, it needs to sag that way, just a tickle. But with the play in these hinges and then maybe some gradual, you know, saggage or whatever. Saggage. It'll get there, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Putting it on the outside over here so this gate will be able to swing all the way flat against the fence right there adjacent to. Nothing left besides weld her up, except grind it clean. Throwing a fit. We do have 2 different flavors of rod today. Right here we got 6011 rod. That's a deep penetrating. The 60 stands for the PSI, the strength of it. And so the other stuff we got is 7018, which is going to be stronger. This one penetrates deeper. So we're going to use that first to get deep in there. And then we'll cap it with some 7018. The third number, of course, on 6011 is a 1. And that tells you what angles it would be good at. Number 1 is all angles. I know this because I took a class in high school many years ago. And so I learned all this stuff. And actually I had a nickname there. I was number 1 long rod because I was good in all positions. It ain't beautiful, but it'll hold. So I'll put one more cap on there with the 7018. And then lastly, for some extra beef, I always throw an extra piece outside there. Got a nice long weld that I can make. So I'll do that for up here and down there. A little moist out here, a little hot. Just throw that right in there, weld it on either side. And then the fun part, moving the machine, turning the gate, seeing how nice it is. For your welders, not that you should be taking any advice from me, but I'm running about 120, 125 amps using 5/32 6011 rod and 1/8 inch 7018 rod. Just so happens that you want to run both those pretty close, pretty similar. So yeah, I'm running about 120, 125 amps. I'm the type of welder that gets paid like 20 bucks an hour versus 200. But I get the job done. All right, say it with me. Bus driver, move that bus. Is that still a show? I might have to watch that at the end of the day. That looks pretty straight with the pipe next to it. This is the best part right here. Need some lube. The real test will be when we got an angry 2,000-pound bull that tries to clear this way at the end. Yeah! That closes up real tight up against there. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Of course, don't have my chain, so I gotta get some chain. That 70-18 rod finishes real nice. Those first couple passes I felt like didn't look very good, but if you practice once in a while, I guess you get better. Oh, that's nice. I think that's a solid unit. Woo! Start to finish, that was about 3.5 hours. It'd be nice if it were 2. All I can say is it's lunchtime. By the end of the day, we're gonna have half those gates up. It's gonna look pretty sweet. Man, I was thinking how devastating it'd be if I did all that welding on those hinges and then back the skid loader away and that just fell off. It's like, I mean, what more can I do? The good welds were laid. I'd have to rig up some way to bolt it on there. But it's a good thing I'm a master at welding. Know my way around a rod, I reckon. Good girl, you got some bristly foxtail in your hair. Oh, you poor baby. Oh! That was green when she found it. Good Lord. That was good. You know, guess what I had? Well, it's beef. What do you think? Get out of here with that. What am I going to eat? Leaves? No. Leaves are for the cows. Cows are for me. Pretty sure that's a direct quote from Neil deGrasse Tyson. Look it up. See how energized I am? Ready for this welding project? It's because I ate beef. Now get with the program, ladies and gentlemen. I know what you're thinking. Oh, he's just going to build another gate and then weld it up. Well, this one's going to be different. It's going to be better. And you'll see why. Maybe. It might be the same thing. I don't know. Always make sure you got your hinges on. Sometimes I need a stretcher. Sometimes it just takes a little tap from the hammer. He gone. Critters say it's hot today. Hot and bumpy. Well, good news, that one hasn't fallen off yet. I do really like the look of that 70-18 rod. That's nice. All right, we are ready to rock. Once again, I got it tilted back just a tickle. You can see this one is right now about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch taller. It'll be interesting to see once I drop that if that lowers or not. Kind of hope it does a little bit so it looks better, but if it don't, then I'll be like, well, it got more room to sag now. So one thing that I did that was dumb is I put my welder over there, so now I got to keep hopping this fence. I never said I was a smart man, especially since I'm welding in the sun when it's over 90 degrees. Here we go. I've been welding and then you look up and there's a man that just creeped up on you.
It's paw.
What do you think?
I was just looking here where this has to pivot. That's gonna be almost rubbing on there, huh? That's pretty close.
I don't know. I turned it and it's fine.
Okay.
It could use some lube though, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's tall enough?
Well, yeah. They don't really need to be a foot taller than the fence, because then they'll just jump over the fence instead. But
At least they don't jump on the gate.
yep.
I don't know.
Fine looking gates,
I guess
son.
if you make a 5-foot tall fence and you're hanging a foot off the ground, it's about 6 foot tall.
Yeah. It looks like it's way taller than us, and yet it's even with your phone.
So we slapped up 2 hot passes on there, and that well don't look very pretty. But we'll take that bigger, stronger rod, the 7018, run 2 passes on each one, and then we'll do our braces. Something smells like burning skin. It's me. Alrighty, we're almost there. We got it cleaned up. Throws these. Woo! That's a little warm. Throw those in, and we're out of here. Alrighty, here comes the fun part. Putting tools away. Nope, backing that away, running the gate. I'm funny. Seems to me like that did settle a little bit already. Oh, look at that. And the big thing these 2 gates do, we put them together when we're running cattle up from the middle lot and the north lot up to where we work them. Ho ho ho, yeah. Could use a little spit. Other than that, that's freaking sweet. I like it. I thought that was a pretty spent welding rod, but it was a shoelace with an aglet at the end. That's kind of funny. The things you find. Well, we got that done. Believe it or not, this wasn't a video sponsored by Lincoln Electric, though I wish it were. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you maybe learned something about some rod or welding or something. Not that I'm a genius and you want to pay attention to what I'm doing, but it was a good day. Got 2 gates done. All the poles are obviously in the ground, and we got 2 more to do. So thanks for watching. We'd love to see you next time. Have a good one. Are you proud of me, Dad?
Of course I am. What's this about?
Get the torch.
He's gonna be just fine without me someday. But he's not there yet.